All right, let's get to Elo. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Logan. Elo.
Hi, Eric.
Eric?
Yes.
All right, so where have you been?
Out of your meeting?
Am I out of your meeting?
No. Are you out of your meeing?
Yeah. And listen, I hate to be the technical guy, but it's like I can barely hear you guys, so why would somebody check the phone? I've only been on hold for 15 minutes. Why would somebody check the level so I can actually hear the audio coming to me?
But in the end, you're to blame. You're like the big guy. You're at the top of the pyramid, my friend.
No.
You should be
You're working,
people.
you're transmitting, you're now getting paid finally, so my work here is done. I would assume somebody in that room would say, hey, let's make sure the audio feeds down the phone so regardless who's on the phone, they can hear.
He makes a valid point.
Whose responsibility is it, Elo?
Whose responsibility is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's mine, and I don't think it's the three hosts of the show.
Right.
Outside of that, we can start with Carlisi and start beating downward.
Wow.
Who would you fire if you know?
For this offense.
Yeah, who would you fire?
For this offense, I start with pulses and work up.
Pulses.
So he's just looking for a live body.
Oh, okay. Now, what we needed, Elo. First of all, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Jimmy?
Good.
Are you losing your mind with this whole merger thing? I know.
No, my mind's been lost a long time ago.
I know you have to talk very vague here, but what could you say today, Eric?
I can say that the future is as clear as it has been for the past 475 days.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
So in other words, no new news.
Eric? I just think we're in the same place we have been. We're continuing to demonstrate how this merger is in the best interest of the public, and why there's terrific benefits to the subscribers of both platforms and even new subscribers. And we're going to continue to demonstrate that and hopefully win the support of the FCC.
Are there terrific benefits for Eric Logan?
Well, that is a whole different question now, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, no.
What's your hunch?
What's my hunch?
Yeah.
I've learned after this past year and a half not to have hunches.
Oh, boy. He talks like that guy on Wall Street. The old guy that talks very vague, and you have to try to figure out what he's saying.
Yeah, he used to be.
What's his name? We forgot him.
Greenspan.
Greenspan, Alan.
Oh, Greenspan, Alan Greenspan?
You're speaking like Alan Greenspan.
Who did he marry? He married some political... Andrea Kramer, is that right?
Really?
He married somebody.
Kramer?
Yeah, I don't remember.
We were asking, too, Elo, we wanted to ask you, because we were having an issue with... we had Steve in studio, giving a bit of a razzing, and the staff had some things they wanted to chit-chat about, and, well, we know that young Danny is occasionally a mouthy sociopath, but...
but very valuable to the Opie and Anthony show.
Yes, and when asking on the air, he's concerned, and we wanted to be rest assured that if we're asking him things on the air for the show, he's allowed to answer honestly as long as it's not being carried off the air.
Yeah, is he allowed to speak openly, Eric Logan?
Of course he's allowed to speak openly. I guess my question to him would be, what makes him believe he shouldn't or can't?
Look at this. What do you got there, Danny?
Well, just from prior experience, that's all. There have been times where things have come up on the air, and then I would get a talking to off the air about things that happened on the air. So I've...
give me an example. On the air.
Man. Like, remember the whole Poe stuff from...
Poe?
Yeah, remember when he did his show, and there was some...
Why'd you get in trouble for that?
Why'd you get in trouble for Poe's show?
Well, no, because me and Steve had gotten into a disagreement on the air.
About what? I don't remember, to be totally honest with you, Danny.
Remember, because Poe decided he was going to have a big party here that night?
Yeah.
And
are you sure the issue wasn't the fact that it was the big party or the fact that you talked about it on the air? Because it sounds like a big party in the studio would be where I'd have the problem.
Well, you should have had the problem with Poe's guests that were convicts that weren't checked out properly.
Well, that's a different issue.
Well, I think the way the way it had worked was that I had alerted Steve. I had heard from a third party, like I was out, I think, being social. And
parties.
And I heard from somebody like, oh, I heard there's a lot of people going to the studio tomorrow, and I was like, really? So I shot Steve an email just saying, you might want to check into this. I think that there's a bunch of people showing up tomorrow. And he had asked or whatever, but then Steve was trying to tell me, like, he said, well, you knew that there were people coming in, and I'm like, yeah, but only because I told you. And it got into this big argument.
It sounds to me, Danny, that you were doing the right thing as a good corporate soldier, making sure that the interests of the company were being protected. So for that, I salute you.
I thought so, but then when it came up on the air, it turned into a big argument, and I was wrong, and the more senior parties won out.
More senior parties. Where did the seniority stop?
I'm sorry?
Don Wicklund.
Don Wicklund.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Steve is here as well, so Steve should definitely weigh in.
I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember what Danny's talking about. I remember the Poe incident. I don't remember the details.
I remember
of it,
clearly.
Okay,
That's where we got that clip from, where you told me to. I believe the quote was, "Will you shut the fuck up for 2 seconds?"
oh, was that where that was from?
Yeah.
I love that one.
Well, by the way, that's not the first time you've heard that quote. So
No.
let's get that out of the way.
And not just from Steve.
Correct.
He hears it usually on bars.
There was some
At
other-
bars and stuff. Fuck up for 2 seconds.
But there's been some other occasions too. I could recall.
There's a lot of hate in this room, Eric. What do you have to say about that? Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. You're asking me if there what about the hate in the room?
There's a lot of hate in this room.
Probably a lot of hate where he is right now, too.
Well, I was going to say. I mean, I guess why should that be regulated to your room?
Yeah.
So, but Danny wouldn't be in trouble if it was something we were asking him for opinions on the air.
Well, as long as he's not defaming somebody, or as long as he's not alleging certain things that he could be liable or slanderous for.
Well, what if it's all in, good-natured ribbing, like we say Steve is a homosexual?
Yeah,
Well, that teeters on fact or fiction.
Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate
See
that.
the deposition.
I'm here for you, Steve.
Yes, I
But
know. you are.
I don't even tease Steve
where
about
would
it.
Don
That's not even a
Wicklund?
thing.
Where would Don Wicklund be on that seesaw?
Oh, my God, please.
He'd be on the C side of the saw.
He'd be able to
the
sit on
seesaw in
the...
the clouds.
Yeah, right in the middle. You know where that little thing ribs up in the middle?
Yeah. He'd be able to sit on the seesaw without hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
reminds me of the crime scene discussion from yesterday morning.
Oh, you heard that.
Oh yeah, how could listen? I look forward to the Giolini updates. That is the highlight of my day.
Or Antolini, whichever.
Oh, whichever.
No, I call it Giolini. No, I know you say it's Antolini. I think it's Giolini because it's really all about Jill.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I
Sam.
know.
Sam made a face. Sam, did you want to correct Elo? Because I figure in the same tone as the face, you might want to correct Eric.
Yeah.
No, because somebody said something in my headphones. I was making a face at that.
Oh, because it's funny.
Wait, what happened, Jimmy?
When you said Giolini,
Yeah.
Sam made a face like a what the fuck?
What a dummy.
Yeah.
No,
that
that was
kind
a-
of face.
That's
and I
pretty
was
much
like,
what he
is
did,
that?
Sam. To
You know
Eric
what it
Logan,
was?
Who still is in charge.
Oh yeah,
for
he's
now.
the boss.
No, I know that because Bob the intern said something in my headphones.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. What did Bob say?
What did Bob say?
Party for you. Let's get Bob in and ask him.
Hi, Bob.
Where's Bob?
This is a brand new intern
Bob!
here. His name is Bob. He's straight from Liverpool. He's a wonderful little lad with rosy red cheeks. He's got a complexion looks like it's right off the boat from England.
Talk to Eric Logan.
Yeah, what'd you say, Bob?
I said no.
Why would that mic work?
Why would the mic
I'm
work?
so glad this has happened in front of Eric Logan. Steve, bash some heads, will you?
Yes, Your Honor.
First of all, I can't remember when I've ever had an intern that lasted more than a week with a British accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob?
Yeah, I assure you, I could not have said anything to Sam because I was nowhere near a microphone.
We don't understand what you're saying. What?
Yeah.
I was nowhere near a microphone.
Nope,
I
still
couldn't-
not quite it.
You're English,
We don't
remember?
quite understand you.
Hey,
I'll sit.
Hey, you got to
Wow.
turn southern.
That's from London, Arkansas.
Logan is car crashing you now. Bob! Speak like you're English!
I'm telling you, I was.
Come on, give it a shot. You're almost there.
This is Forrest Gump of Wales. Okay.
Go ahead, Bob!
What were you doing there, Bob?
I was.
Come on, this is Eric Logan's on the phone.
Yeah, really, man.
Elo,
That's the big,
I
he holds
assure
your-
you, sir, I was nowhere near a
hey,
microphone.
don't worry. I'm sure my
I
time
couldn't say
talking to an
nothing to
intern is
Sam.
probably the most efficient use of my time today. Clearly, there's nothing else I should be focusing on right now.
And an intern trying to do an English accent, of course.
Let's say goodbye to Bob. Goodbye, Bob!
I will catch you later, Bob. See you at the pub.
All right, then.
Cheerio.
Fucking, that's my new favorite bit.
Bob. Oh, he's awful.
Just come up with excuses why we have to bring him back in.
It's a different accent every time.
Yeah, and
Does
never
he have,
British.
does he have the same sort of smell that I had to listen to the 15 minutes I could barely hear because somebody didn't check the audio? Swamp ass.
Oh, yeah.
We did nice like that. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, someone has diarrhea
Well,
in pants.
again, that's what pre-show is for.
Oh, Mars. Get
You
Mars
think?
in here. He's blaming Mars.
Okay, Mars. You
Really?
say Mars should have done his.
I don't know whose fault it is. All I
I'm
know,
thinking-
all I know is you guys, literally, it sounds like you guys could be yelling down the street and I could get a better connection.
I'm thinking the show itself has actually developed a smell. And it's just shit.
Mars, Eric Logan's saying that you should have checked the equipment better before we got here today.
Mark,
what
you
do you have to
bump
say
up
about
the
that?
speed of the audio down the phone line.
Yeah, but if I do that, you're gonna get that garble that we had a problem with before.
Okay.
Right now, we're at
So-
the optimum level.
Oh,
So the
you're
optimum
calling-
level with so that's great. So what you're telling me is I have hearing loss.
He called you stupid, pretty
sorry?
much.
Yeah, so I'm the dummy.
Yeah, Mars
Okay.
Mars just called you
Good.
stupid. Is pretty much what he did.
No, I don't
Good
recall
deal.
those words coming out of my mouth.
Fine.
Eli sounds a bit tense. Eli,
Yeah.
are
Right
you
now,
all
he's-
right?
he's probably in his office nude with a handgun.
I can only hope.
No, I'm in a closet with a guy named Peter Cook, and I don't know what he's doing here on Pal Talk.
Hey, that's good. Leaky! Logan, what's up with the merger? Come on. Give us something that'll give us a nice headline today.
A nice headline today.
Orbitcast is listening. You know that. Let's go.
I love Ryan. I wish I had something. Ryan, I actually get all my news from Ryan.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I go to Orbitcast more than CNN because Ryan has more information about the merger than I do.
Yeah.
It really is amazing how long this whole thing is.
Hey,
taking.
Logan, where are we going next with this show?
Where are we going next?
Me,
Wow.
you, Anthony, and Jimmy. Where are we going? Because you need to be part of our future. What was that? Uh-oh.
Oh, that was me, and I got a big call. What is this? I got a call. Oh, I got a call now. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. That's
see?
his excuse button.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Who installed that button for
You gotta take
No, it
that.
certainly
huh?
wasn't Mars because you could hear it.
God damn, Logan! I missed it. Oh! Here come the emails from Mars. See everybody.
You watch. The over-under is
old
25
cover my
minutes
ass
before.
emails
I'll have
coming.
Ed Schwartz and Maciel in my office within 20 minutes
No
going, well, I think the
shit.
phone was really fine. It was
Yeah,
really,
no
it was really Opie. He has the board. So
Yeah, no shit. Copy paste, CC, blind CC.
yeah, no, I am starting a full-on thing that I'll just turn my BlackBerry off in about 20 minutes. So
Mars comment.
I didn't hear the initial comment.
Yeah.
See, because the audience.
Now you know how it feels.
He's doing Mars noises. What was that Mars noise?
Mars noise here.
Are you off the wagon there, Elo, with all the
Off
stress?
the drinking wagon? No, I'm still sober, unfortunately. Although 475 days would be enough to put you back into the well.
Oh, shit. What are they saying? By the end of the month?
2010 is last I heard.
Jesus Christ.
How many more days can we do this before bankruptcy happens?
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fine. There's no worries. We're in great shape.
No worries.
No worries. All right.
We're fine.
No
Of
worries.
course. How could you not be
Look, you
fine
guys
when
got,
you're not
listen,
paying
you
the
guys got paid.
employees?
That only took a small act of Congress, but we're in good shape there.
Wait, what happened?
You guys got paid. It's all good.
Can only imagine who's not getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. Hey, it's all good. It's all about priorities. Hey, listen, I got a call. I got a little
When
note
are
that says
we-
on the bridge.
When are we going to talk about, like, you know, that contract thing that we were supposed to talk about, like, before July 1st?
What contract thing?
You know, like the, what are you typing?
Yeah, I'm telling this person to hold on a second. I gotta get on. I gotta get on the call.
Resignation.
I was going to say, hopefully
Yeah.
Steve sees pink slip.
I hereby.
Pink slips aren't really pink.
That's right.
You meant sock.
Yeah.
All right, Elo. Well, thanks for calling in. We miss
All
you,
right,
of
guys.
course.
Mars,
Yes.
I'll talk to you offline about this phone problem.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll be
boy.
waiting.
Hey,
All right, Mark.
Eric, can we go home early today?
Of course. I suggest you leave now. Just you know what, like you did with Pat for Menaki?
Yeah.
Why don't you have the British intern talk British for a half hour?
Well, let's bring
God damn, Elo's on fire today.
Yeah, he really is.
I think that's
I
what
wish
we do.
literally.
I mean, listen, that's a ratings grabber. I mean, subscribers
Wait a
we
minute.
for years.
Two things. You enjoyed the Pat from Menaki thing,
I did.
and secondly, it was off our clock. That was OT programming for
That
you.
was OT programming, so
Yep.
people should just be quiet. Enjoy it.
Right.
That's right.
And the chat board should just pipe down a few.
Whoa, easy with the language.
What's the new corporate term out there?
Pipe.